99.7 DJX, the Ben Davis and Kelly K Show podcast. All you have to do is turn it up. On demand.
You see this story out of Belgium of this guy who literally gets drunk by eating pasta and carbs?
Like, how does that happen?
Okay, so this is where this story gets really weird, okay? So 47-year-old dude, right, out of Belgium. So he kept complaining about feeling drunk, even though he hadn't drank anything, hadn't had any sort of sneaky glasses of wine or cocktails or anything like that.
That'd be troubling.
Right. So he visited the hospital. You know, they examined him, all that stuff. And they were like, you know what? This is strange. The way your body metabolizes carbs kind of ferments and turns it into kind of an alcohol. So,
weird.
Yeah. So this guy kind of was plagued with this in the fact that, like, he lost his license to drive because,
oh gosh,
you know, I mean, like there's no way that the police weren't going to believe him when he's like, no, I just had a big pasta dinner. I just had some spaghetti, officer. Yeah.
Spaghetti.
Right, exactly. The police aren't going to be like, oh, okay, sure. So anyways, this is where this gets really bizarre. So the doctors decide, okay, the only thing we can do to try to balance the pH balance of your insides is to, get this, do a fecal transplant.
Back the truck up. Translation. Are you talking about a poo transplant?
Yep. They're going to take that of someone else, put it inside his body, and allow his insides to realize, oh, this is what it's supposed to be.
I can't handle the science.
So
I can't handle the medical science.
They get his 22-year-old daughter to do that. Oh my gosh.
Wait a second. Do they say, here, poo in a cup? Daddy needs it? I don't understand.
I know. This is the most bizarre story I've ever heard.
I mean, it's your father, so of course you're going to do it. But I feel like this is one of those things where, like, we don't ever speak of it again.
I know. This is one of those, like, listen, I'm going to do this once, and then this is where it ends.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Listen, now the daughter could probably always, like, the next time Dad's mad at her, she could be like, listen, I gave you my poo.
I gave you my poo, Dad. But here's the thing. It worked. It worked. His symptoms of drunkenness vanished.
It's so disgusting and amazing.
It's so disgusting.
Yeah.
Because, you know, when I first read this, I'm like, how is he getting that inside his body?
I don't want to know the logistics. I don't want to know the logistics.
Yeah, I'm sure it's surgical, but still.
It's just like a turkey baster.
Oh God! That is so disgusting. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Here's the thing. The reason I bring this up is because you come to our show because we are an educational show. It's a show filled with science and innovation and technology and things like that.
There's so much of that in this story.
Yes, there's a lot of science happening right here. Science that maybe you didn't even know was possible. A fecal transplant before today, I had no idea even existed.
This is mind-blowing information. And I'm going to immediately forget that I have the information. I want to go back in time. Before I heard the story, I want to go back in time.
Science.
Medical science is amazing.
It's amazing.